Hi everyone. So yesterday, September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk of Turning Points, X, and most recently South Park fame was assassinated in broad daylight at one of his prove me wrong, debate me college campus events. Now, this is really rattling me to my core. I am, a trademark enlightened centrist, but even with that, I was never really the biggest fan of Kirk. And I know it's a little insensitive to hedge your condolences with that, but I feel like it's important to note, because if I'm not a big fan of his, and if this is affecting me that much where I can't get it out of my mind and I'm so disturbed by it, I feel like that is important to note. Now, if you're one of those people who thinks that he had what was coming to him because he's a Nazi or a white nationalist or what have you, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. I'm not the morality police, whatever. But for me personally, this feels like a 9/11 event. This feels like there's going to be a before and there's going to be an after. I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, and, for the longest time, about a decade plus, I felt in my heart and soul that there's so much division in the country, and it hasn't always been like this. And I would check myself because, I'm white, I lived in the suburbs, so I'm not going to have the experience where I see that, where I see how bigotry and hatred and evil has been woven into our society and how we still feel the ripple effects to this day. But after growing up a bit and talking to people who are older than me, people who have come from all different walks of life in this country, regardless of religion, race, economic background, a lot of us do feel the same way. And the division in the country just absolutely breaks my heart. Recently, there was a poll about how only 31% of young people believe in the American dream still. And honestly, I'm one of those people who is delusional enough to believe in it. I know things are hard, but I do think that with hard work, creativity, thinking outside the box, and maybe even being a little bit naughty, you can make a beautiful life for yourself. Rest in peace.